Hello guys, it's Matt here from Team GHQ with a brand new BuddyFight deck profile for one of my favourite decks, Darkness Shrine World, and it is Cursed Dragons. So, to start off with, of course, flag Darkness Shrine World, and my buddy is, of course, the Black Dragon Knight Gale. So, let's go straight on to monsters. So, first up, size heroes, we only run 2 of Narm. Now I like Narm because counterattack during attack of your opponent's turn, pay a gauge. If you do, you may call this card from your hand and change the attack target to Narm. And during your opponent's turn, when this card is destroyed, if your opponent has a card on the flag, gain 2 life. So in a sense, sure, opponent's attacking me directly. Yeah, no, a pay a gauge. Let's call Narm and have you redirect, and I gain 2 life out of it. Not too shabby. Then we're on to size 1s, and the MVP of the deck, of course, has to be Black Dragon Knight Gale. Now, the reason why Gale's the MVP is pay gauge. When he enters, if your opponent has a card on the flag, you destroy a card on the opponent's field. A card. So items, set spells, monsters, you know, anything that's just annoying, just call Gale, go pop. Of course, doesn't affect Link Dragon all that much with that D-share and just stopping destruction, really. But hey, there will be a way. There will be a way. Next up, of course, I forgot to mention, sorry about that. Forgot to mention, when he's destroyed, pay a life, put the top card of your opponent's deck face up on their flag, and you bounce Gale to hand. So anyway, sure, you could call on top of it, counts as destroyed, pay a life, bounce it. It's just a way, if you've got like multiple Gales, it's just a nice way of just cycling. It's a cycle just for that auto win. It's a fun deck. It is a fun deck. Next up, 4 copies of Black Dragon Knight Arbol. Arbol's effect, when he enters the field, you gain a life. Top card of your deck is your gauge and gain a life. And if your opponent has a card on the flag, which after like turn 1, if you get Sentence of Curse, most certainly is, you draw a card. Great thing to do there. Next up, we've got 3 copies of Black Dragon Knight Zest. When he's destroyed, if your opponent has a card on their flag, you gain a life. And drop one of your opponent's gauge. So, sure, you've got plenty of gauge there. You've popped my guy. I'll gain a life. Get rid of one of the gauge. Just if your opponent's playing Dimension Dragons and they've only got like 2 gauge left, just pop one of them from destruction and then they can't go into Lost World. Great way of stopping them. Next up, we've got Black Dragon Knight Bells. When this card's destroyed, if your opponent has 3 or more hand cards, gain a life and a card on their flag, gain a life and make them discard a card. So it's like, you gain a life, oh also, yeah, you have good hand cards, toss one. Just makes them discard. Just reduce so it gives you more advantage. Anyway, next up, size 2s. Playset of Lazam. You can only call them once a turn, which, for what it does, I say it makes it a bit more fair, but when he enters the field, you may either search a size 1 Cursed Dragon or a spell with set. So you can search out the set spell, you can search out Sentence of Curse or Curse Field, whichever one you need, or or Gale. Again, it's whichever one you need. I like the card. Not gonna lie, I wish the once a turn restriction wasn't on there, but again, it's just a balance. Next up on size 3s, we've got 2 Zevens the Stygian. Core cost, put up to 2 Cursed Dragons from your drop zone into its soul and pay a gauge. I like this card because, in a sense, the size of all your originally size 1 Cursed Dragons on the field, they become size 0. So, hey look, I can have Gales, and then its counteract, choose a monster on the field, and you may drop a soul from this card from this card. If you do, destroy the chosen card, and if your opponent has a card on the flag, gain 2 life. Double attack soul guard for a 6/1/8. Not bad stats, but again, crit could be higher, but again, we don't care. We're just going for that instant win. Doesn't matter about life. One of the things I like to say about this is you could pop Gale with this and just be like, sure, revive, you put a card on the flag. Again, it's just fun. Alright, now we're on to spells. 4 copies of Curse Ritual. Cast cost, destroy a Curse Dragon on the field. No, it says Curse Dragon. Does it say monsters? So, your item and set spell, not Sentence of Curse. Never target Sentence of Curse unless you can play another one, but again, always go with the Curse Field set spell for this. Destroy a Curse Dragon on your field. Gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more cards under their flag, draw another card. So in a sense, oh look, you've got 2 or more, I'll draw 3 off it. And you gain 2 life, which ain't too bad. Of course, again, Gale's effect, pay life, just add to hand, and then you add another card. Next, Curse Destruction. Now this one says, destroy a Curse Dragon monster on your field. And we were on this at 4. Choose one of the following 2. The main one you can use is the drop 2 cards from deck. If Gale's among them, your opponent has to put 3 cards from the top of their deck on the flag. Or counter destroy monster on the field. I like this because it's versatile. Again, you may want to use it for the mill effect. You may want to use it for mill effect, you may want to use it for destruction. It's a good card. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good card. Anyway, next up we have got the set spell that gives us the auto win. 4, Sentence of Curse. You can only set one of them on the field. This card on the field cannot be destroyed or returned to hand. So again, you can't destroy it even by paying the cost because it can't be destroyed and the cost is destroy something. So again, this rules it out. At the start of your opponent's turn, put top card from the opponent's deck on their flag. If your opponent has 15 or more, you win the game. And you may only set one of them on the field. So, and one of the cards that it goes well with is of course Curse Field, which we have 3 of. When a card is put on your opponent's flag, you gauge and draw. And at the start of attack phase, you call a size 1 from the drop zone by paying its call cost. So great little card for that setup. And it's start of each player's. Yep, start of each player's attack phase. So sure, your opponent, oh look, I'll call Gale. Pop something, and Gale's in center, so you have to go for it. So again, but remember, the put on the flag, gauge and draw is once a turn. And of course the add-in is once a turn, but it's start of each player's and it doesn't have like during your turn, it's just when a card. So again, it can happen on both sides. So you could essentially put a card on their flag, trigger that, and then when says curse effects, put on the flag and you gauge a draw off that because it's a new turn. Next up, 3 copies of Scarbind. Can only cast this if your opponent has a card on their flag. Counter rest a monster on your opponent's field, and if your opponent has an 8 or more, rest everything. This can work if they've got like a big boss monster. Let's say, oh, what's a good monster? Say Jackknife or something that can be rested. Just rest it, and if they've got any more, sure, rest everything. It's not like Link Dragons where they have that item that prevents resting, or Harate. Yeah. The more I realise that Link Dragon order is just broken. Lol. Anyway, 2 copies of Body Block. Just pay a gauge, choose one of the following 2. For this turn, the next damage you take is reduced by 3, or if your opponent is attacked 4 or more times this turn, you take no further damage. Lovely card. Lovely card. Then next up we've got 2 on duration. Put to 1 Curse Dragon monster from your drop zone to hand. And if your opponent has 2 or more on the flag, you gain 2 life. And if the opponent has 3 or more, draw 2. You can only cast it once a turn. Next up, we've got 2 copies of Curse Light. Destroy a Curse Dragon monster on the field, so same as the other spell. Choose to use one of the following 2. Gain 4 life, or put top 3 cards into your gauge, and it's counter speed. But you can only cast it once a turn, so cast 1 on your turn, then cast on the opponent's. it works. And then lastly, 4 copies of Gelblade. Pay gate, all Cursed Dragon abilities, all Cursed Dragons on your field cannot be destroyed or returned to hand, and their abilities can't be nullified by opponent's card effects. So, second you equip this, cool. You try and bounce to destroy stuff, no, only I can do that. Act ability may pay gauge and rest the item. If you do, put top card of your opponent's deck on their flag, and if your opponent has 2 more, draw a card. So again, it helps speed up that deck. Speeds up, effectively, just speeds up the deck for that auto win. Again, we just don't care of us because of life. Anyway, that's been my profile. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out our Facebook page, the Team JHQ page, or Twitter at Team JHQ YouTube. And as always, happy gaming.